Well, hello, welcome. Glory be to God Almighty for this opportunity to be with you yet once again. I want to welcome you to Life is a University. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Tyrone Poole, and today's show, got a great show today. Today's show is the Good Old Boys Club. The Good Old Boys Club versus the best candidate. Yes, the Good Old Boys or the Good Old Girls Club, right? Because there are a lot of women out there who definitely will resonate with this message today, as well as the men. But the Good Old Boys, the Good Old Girls Club versus the best candidate. What is the purpose of Life is a University show? Well, I understand that life is truly a university, and there are principal classes that life offers us all. And those classes are called, what are they? You guys have been here long enough. Now, for the people who are just tuning in for the first time, I'm kind of going to give you a pass on this here. But for those who've been tuning in week in and week out, what are the classes that life offers us? Offers us all. Tests, you're right. Trials, yes. And temptations, right? And what is the only difference between our tests, trials, and temptations that life offers us all? You got it again. Our experiences with these principal classes is the only thing that separates me from you and you from me, and that is the truth. Can you handle the truth? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, I can. Handle the truth when I work that thing. Now, this next statement that I'm about to make is also 100% truth. And the difference between those who overcome and those that don't. Those who walk off the field of life with a big smile on your face, even though you got a few scars, but you walk off with a smile on your face, versus those who walk off the field with their face in their hands and tears running down their face. The difference between those who overcome and those that don't overcome, the victory lies 3 inches between your ears, people. It's how you think, it's how you set your mind when you're being tempted. How you set your mind, how you think when you're being tested, when you're being tried by life. How do you set your mind when the good old boy, good old girl club says that we're not going to go with you? You may be the best candidate, but I've been knowing such and such for 15 years. So guess who's going to get this position? So when life attacks you like that, gives you that test, gives you that trial, you're being tempted to tell that person, you take this job and shove it. I don't care about working here no more. You gotta know how the song go. But how you set your mind, of course, you don't want to go off like that, right? Because you never know. They may eventually find out that that person who they've been knowing for 15 years really is not qualified. So they end up next year firing that person, just like they do in sports, right? You hire your buddy, and then your buddy don't work out, and everybody's breathing down your neck, so you fire that guy, only to go out and hire somebody else who's in your good old boy, good old girl system instead of hiring the best candidate, right? So people, when life comes at you like that, you know what? is how you think when you're going through it. So my purpose as host of Life is a University, I know I just said something real right there. You guys know I did. You know I did. You know I did. It kind of like I just got jokes. I got jokes. You guys ever seen the movie? Well, I think Jungle Fever, Jungle Fever, and what's my character? Samuel L. Jackson, and he was playing Gator, right? And he said, "Come on, bruh." He said, "Come on, give me 20." He said, "Now you don't want me to go out here and hit an old lady in the head, now do you?" Now, for those who've seen this movie, that's a movie. What I'm about to say, that's a movie, but it's a joke. It kind of fits in right with what I just said, right? And he said, "I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. You know, I do it." But anyways, you got to go see the movie. You got to go see the movie. But anyway, what is my purpose? My purpose as host of Life is a University is to give you principle-based information that will inspire you, that will motivate you mentally, spiritually, and physically to overcome and graduate Life University so you can move on to the next level of your potential, because all of us have potential in us. We have next level potential in us, right? So my purpose is to be one of those people that when you look back on life, you say, you know what? I tuned in to Life is a University, and man, really Tyrone inspired me. He motivated me. And as well as when I talk, right? I'm motivating myself. I'm encouraging myself because I go through it as well. Life tests me as well. And I'm being tested and tried and tempted even now. So life doesn't care about who you are. Life doesn't care about your pigmentation, your color, your skin. It don't care how old you are, whether you got gray hair, no hair, whether you live up under a bridge or on top of the bridge. Life doesn't care. Because life is not coming to test the outwardly man or woman. Life is coming to test what's inside of you. What are you made of? So that's why I said how you think when you go through a situation, right? That is going to determine whether you win or lose. So when you're being tempted, life comes at you. My advice is to wake up every morning and just remind yourself, yes, I can. Because you are living in a day that was not promised. When the sun comes up and it smiles at you, you just say, come on, life. I'm going to take this test. I'm going to take this trial. I'm going to take this temptation. I'm going to win because all I do is win, win, win. And also, you got to continue to watch Life is a University show hosted by yours truly so you can stay inspired, stay motivated, stay informed on how to work that thing and pass those classes that life offers us all. And also I want to let you guys know and remind you about your body is your business. Work That Thing supplements. Work That Thing supplements. The slogan is your body is your business. You only get one body, people. You only get one body. Now you can go and change your clothing. You can change your hairstyle. You can get some injections in your lips, make your lip bigger, or you can get injections in your rear end. Whatever you want to fix, right? It ain't just the women, men do it too. You can do all that, but you only get one body, right? So you want to make sure you take care of your body. How do you take care of your body? I found out over 22 years of my body being my business as a professional athlete, collegiate athlete, and a high school athlete. I found out if I take care of my body inwardly, then it's going to take care of my body outwardly. So that's why we created the Work That Thing store, the Work That Thing products. Work That Thing is not only just products, but it is a movement. It is a statement, right? It feeds you internally, it feeds your soul, and also it feeds your body. So we want you to maximize your body, your life, and the products in the Work That Thing store will help you. So visit us, give us an opportunity. Go to workthatthing.com and help us grow, people. Help us grow, right? 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you want to be able to say, you know what? I remember when Work That Thing was just a little bitty baby. Now look at them. And I'm glad that I was a part of the growth. Everybody wants to be a part of a winner, and we're going to win, people. We're going to win because I know, and I've been a champion, and I know what it takes to become a champion. We may struggle. Life will cause temptations, trials, and tests. But at the end, all we're going to do is win. Because what we do, we work that thing. What is it all about? It's all about the E. We know it's about effort. It's about energy. It's about efficiency. That's why we're going to win. So go to workthatthing.com and win with us because teamwork makes the dream work, people. Now, also, I got to say, if you're looking for a keynote speaker, you got a corporate event, you're looking for somebody to put a smile, just smile for me. Won't you just smile for me? If you're looking for somebody to make you smile while I stick you with that needle, while I give you that injection of information that you really don't want to digest, but because I gave it to you in such a way that all you can do is smile for me. So if you're looking for a keynote speaker, that unique keynote speaker, corporate event, workshop, colleges, programs, commencements, youth empowerment seminars, church functions. Oh yes, we know God speaks the Spirit to us as well. And God tells us to go work that thing because that promised land is yours. You got to go work that thing. So, and it belongs to you. So whether you got a church function, you're looking for that unique speaker, I am he. So go visit us by sending an email at TyronePoole.com. Tyrone Poole, bookings at TyronePoole.com. Bookings at TyronePoole.com. Also, I want to give shout outs to all those who are watching on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll be able to catch us every time we come on YouTube. All those who are LinkedIn, you know what? Hey, let's connect. Let's connect on LinkedIn, right? How about Twitter? Anybody on X? You know what? Come on, let's follow each other. And Facebook, yes. Hello, fam. Everybody on the Facebook. Hope everybody's doing well. Again, please like and subscribe, right? Because teamwork, what? Makes the dream work. You got it, baby. And also our mantra, right? As we grow, and thank you for growing with us. Thank you for all those, matter of fact, thank you for all those who have purchased products. Yeah, we got your list. We got your name. And don't be surprised when you get a message or you get a gift in the mail letting you know how much we appreciate you. So, but you can only get that gift if we have your email, which means that you've made a purchase, right? So help us grow, help us put brick by brick. And our mantra at Work That Thing and Life is University is work that thing with us or watch us work that thing. Work that thing with us or watch us work that thing. I got a question for you guys. I got a question. And that question is, have you ever been passed over for a job position? Now, not because of your credentials that you got passed over, right? Sometimes they even tell you too qualified. How can you be too qualified, right? Or it's not because of your abilities. Man, you can run circles around those people, right? But they tell you they're moving on. Thank you for whatever. Have any of you guys been passed over for a job position? Right? But again, you got passed over not because of your credentials or your abilities, but you got passed over because you were not liked. You were not liked. They didn't like you. Right? They got personal whatever against you, right? You were not part of the good old boys or good old girls club, right? Well, Tyrone, what do you mean? I know some of you are saying, well, Tyrone, what do you mean? Good old boy, good old girls club, Tyrone. Okay, let's just define the meaning of good old boys, good old girls club, shall we? All right. It simply means a network of privileged people who are usually members of the same organization. Maybe they go to the same club, work out at the same club, right? Got the same background, right? And or maybe it's the family. Oh, that's my brother. I gotta get a job to my brother. Now you're more qualified than my brother, but this is good old boys, good old girls club, right? So it could be they got the same background or family, and they assist each other in a professional or life advancement. That's what the good old boys, good old girls club is all about, right? So today I want to address that issue. An issue that many of us have experienced somewhere along the journey of life. Now, I'll say myself, probably if I look back on my life, I was a part of that good old boys club, right? I might not have been the best qualified, but also I've been on that side where, you know what, I am the best qualified, right? I've actually applied for coaching positions. And they tell me, sometimes they don't even tell you. They don't even send you, they don't even have the decency to send you an email to say, hey, you know what, we're moving on. They just don't respond because they know if they respond, they know you're going to you got questions, right? And I actually had one coach, people, check this out. I had one coach tell me, he told me that he wasn't a coach, but he was kind of like the AD. This is when I was applying for a college. And he told me, he says, Tyrone, it's not you. It's not you. I don't do the hiring. I let the coaches do the hiring. And sometimes coaches are just intimidated. They're just intimidated. So these coaches allow their intimidation of another person to hurt what they say they came to do, which was to help the institution or to help the organization. But because you're not part of the good old boys club, they're going to go hire their friends, right? Who are less qualified. So you guys feel me? So I've been on both sides where maybe I was the recipient of the good old boys, or maybe it's a woman out there. You've been a recipient of the good old girls, right? And then you've been a part where for sure you were the best candidate. And that's why you guys see, I guess I lean to you see choosing, see my background. I know I'm covering it up, but choosing it says best, but believe me, there's a B behind me. So choosing the best. That's what this is all about. The good old boys club versus the best candidate. Man, I got a lot of information. So again, a lot of us probably have experienced this somewhere along our journey of life. And it's an issue that is pervasive in many organizations and industries and even families alike. The tendency for people to do business with other people based on the good old boy, good old girl system rather than hiring the best qualified candidate. And that's why a lot of people are still behind, because the good old boy system. How can you catch up when the good old boy system is what's holding you back? I thought it's supposed to be about hiring or bringing in the best. That's why everybody wants to be a part of the good old boy system, right? But for all those people who are considered the best candidate, you just keep holding your faith. You keep on going. You're going to make it. Now, the good old boy, good old girl system is a place where decisions are influenced by personal networks and long-lasting relationships. Oh, yeah, such and such, we've been buddies ever since we were in grade school. Ever since elementary school. So guess what? I'm going to hire my buddy. Again, you should be hired. If you want to win championships, which I got something to say about that. Sports, business, life. I think sports is a great metaphor for life. And what I'm going to say later on is going to fit perfectly in this good old boy system versus hiring the best candidate. So again, most people hire people because of a long-lasting relationship. And yes, sometimes that is good. That does work at times because you know that person. But only you should hire that person when they have consistently put down what you believe will help not just you, but the whole organization. Because the organization going to be there after you are dead and gone. So it's about passing the baton forward. So long-lasting relationships, that's how people hire, right? So they don't hire based off of someone's merit, or as we can say, their worthiness. Now, this issue of the good old boys, girls club is a deeply entrenched practice in this world. While the good old boy, good old girl system may seem harmless, or even, like I said, sometimes it's beneficial, right? But we got to understand that this system also carries significant consequences for the individuals, the organizations, and society at large. So, what are some of the significant consequences of individuals, organizations, and society at large that uses this good old boy or girl, good old girl system, and not utilizing the best candidate system? Now, another word for best candidate system, we can say meritocracy. Meritocracy. What do you say? Meritocracy. I know somebody going to the dictionary right now. All right, I'm gonna spell it for you. MERITOCRACY. MERIT. Merit. Right. OCRACY. Meritocracy. That's another word for best candidate system that I'm talking about. So firstly, we need to define meritocracy. What does meritocracy mean? Well, it simply means a merit-based system designed to reward talent, to reward effort, to reward achievements. A meritocracy system don't just because I knew you for 20 years, I'm going to give you the job. No. That's why I said the good old boy system, the good old girl system versus the best candidate system, which we can say meritocracy. And meritocracy means to reward talent, to reward effort, to reward achievement. But like a man once said, you got to watch those butts, Tyrone. Them butts will get you in trouble. But when positions and opportunities are rewarded based on connections rather than qualifications, the good old boy system, the good old girl system is the way things are done. Now, when we do that, we undermine the very foundation of fairness and equality. Or we can say equality. Well, let me take the equity. How about equity? Fairness and equity, right? So when we use the good old boy, good old girl system, we are undermining the very foundation of fairness and equity. Now, this practice of the good old club, I'm going to shorten it, the good old club, not only demoralizes those who are genuinely qualified, but it also deters the genuinely qualified. It deters them from striving for excellence. Because after you don't got sand thrown in your face, man, you're like, you know what? It ain't even worth it. And people telling you, no, keep it going. You are worthy. You are best qualified. I know they did you wrong, but you keep going. You keep going. But when you are running against the good old boy, good old girl club system, then it can deter you from striving for excellence. But I'm here to tell everybody, you know what? You keep going. You keep working that thing. Yes, I will get that position. It may not be where you want it, but I believe God will put you in the spot where you're supposed to be. Because I've heard and I believe when one door closes, another door gonna open. You just got to continue to move. Continue to move. Don't get detoured. Don't get discouraged. Now, I know you get deterred and it keeps you from striving for excellence. And knowing that your efforts may not be justly rewarded, you get down. But moreover, the good old boy, good old girl club system negatively affects organizational culture. So not only it does something negatively to the person that's being turned down, who's qualified, but there are other people within your organization that sees that. So it affects your organizational culture, those people who operate off of that good old boy, good old girl system. It breeds an environment where favoritism becomes the norm, which creates rift. It creates rift between your employees. And it nurses resentment amongst the employees. When you put somebody in a position that other people, now most people not going to say anything. They're not going to say anything, but they're talking. They're talking, believe me. So it causes resentment amongst the employees. Now, I believe, this is what I believe. Everybody say Tyrone believes this. I believe those who are overlooked in favor of less qualified individuals may feel undervalued. You feel undervalued, leading to decreased morale and productivity. You start saying to yourself, you know what? Why am I working my butt off? You know what? I'm going to go half speed instead of giving all I got. Just give it all you got. Give it all you got. My mind just jumps like that. I could be serious and then I jump right to something funny, right? I know some of you like, what? What did he just... Anyways, let's get back on track. Let's jump back into the spirit, right? But again, I know for those who are overlooked, you are overlooked, and you see the favor given to a less qualified individual. It makes you feel undervalued, and it leads you to low morale and low production. And any organization that thrives on the meritocracy approach, this is what they get. Organizations that thrive, they're thriving, right? And this is leading me into my sports example. Oh, you guys gonna love the sports example. Organizations that thrive off of the meritocracy, meritocracy, meritocracy. Those organizations, on the other hand, they cultivate a culture of trust. Motivation. Their employees are motivated. They can't wait to get to work. They trust the people who are at the helm. And that entire corporation sees high performance because they have chosen meritocracy. We're going to reward the best candidate. Again, choosing the best. That's what that sign says behind me. Choosing the best. When you use the meritocracy approach, you choose the best. When you use that good old boy, good old girl system, you're choosing what you like. And at most times out of not, I'm not saying that's not always bad, but for the most part, you're not going to win a lot. But if you use that meritocracy approach, I'm telling you, you will win. So here's my example. In sports. Now, I played football for a good number of years. And praise be to God, I've had an opportunity to win championships. Now, in sports, I don't care if it's basketball, baseball, softball, whatever, soccer, hockey, whatever you want to call it, high school, college. If you look at those teams that utilize the meritocracy system, awarding the best qualified, those teams, they win championships. They win and all they do is win, no matter what, because they are using the meritocracy. They're not using the good old boy, good old girl club system. And the teams that win championships repeatedly, they put the best players on the field. They don't put a player on the field just because that player been on the team for 30 years. Yeah, they'll probably get them some playing time, but you know what? We got to put the best people out there because we're trying to win this championship. So just think if we would do that in our families, in corporate America, and man, we would win. Well, I sound like I'm running for like an office, a political office here. Now, another crucial aspect to consider when deciding to use this good old club system is diversity and inclusion. So by relying on personal connections, organizations often miss out on rich perspectives and innovative ideas. How can you be innovative when you don't have the right people in position in your workforce to give you those ideas? And I'm telling you, people, diversity, we've heard that in the workplace. Diversity isn't just a buzzword, people. It is a vital component of organizational success. And I've said this in my last show. I said that diversity was the reason why we won championships in New England. We had guys from different places, different backgrounds, but the best of the best took the field. Now, when we limit ourselves to hiring and business decisions based on this good old boy system, then I believe we stifle, we prevent, we restrain creativity and hinder progress. And the repercussions of this good old club system, the procedures, extend beyond organizational boundaries. I believe it perpetuates, supports inequality, and limits social mobility. How can you move forward when no one wants to go forward because they feel demoralized? They don't want to give effort. How can your company move forward? So this is why we must understand that when positions of power and influence are reserved for those within certain networks, when positions of power and influence are reserved for those within certain networks, we, you, me, we create barriers for individuals from different backgrounds to rise and contribute meaningfully to the world and contribute to our communities. So, not doing the right thing not only affects individuals, but it also affects society as a whole, because we are failing to harness the full potential of our talent pool. I also think it's important to highlight, and this is very important. So think about this when you use that good old boy, good old girl system. It is important to highlight that the legal, and we live in a society where, man, people will sue you for just scuffing their tennis shoes. Used to be back in the day, you scuff somebody's tennis shoe, maybe you fight, or maybe you take a white towel and you wipe your shoes off and you keep moving. But in today's age, man, look at here. You do anything to anybody that's not right. Legal issues. So it's important that this meritocracy approach, we utilize it because it can save us from legal and ethical consequences. So I want to say this as well. This has come to my mind. The word sometimes people use is nepotism. You guys ever heard of the word nepotism? That's another way of saying, like my relative, so to speak, or somebody who's close to me, nepotism. So even that can lead to, like I said, legal challenges, particularly in the results of discriminatory practices. So with all that said, people, I could go on and on and on and on and on. I may have to do a part 2 of this. With all that said, just remember, whether you say good old boys club, good old girls club, or nepotism, these practices can tarnish the reputation of an organization, erode the trust among employees, your clients, and even cause your stakeholders to turn their backs and walk away. And no one wants to lose support of anyone, nor does anyone want to tarnish their reputation. So, why don't we just do what Spike Lee movie says? That's right. I'm going to bring Spike Lee into this. Why don't we just do what Spike Lee movie says? People, do the right thing. Just do the right thing. So, with that said, until next time, until the next episode of Life is a University, I pray that you prosper in everything and be in health just as your soul prospers. Thank you for watching Life is a University show. And if today's information was helpful to you in any kind of way, I'm gonna hit my James Brown. Hit up with the James Brown, T-Poo. Please, please, please. If today's information was helpful to you in any kind of way, please email us and share your thoughts. info@lifeisAuniversity.com, where our mantra is work that thing with us or watch us work that thing. What do? We work that thing. What is it all about? It's all about the E. It's all about effort. It's all about energy. It's all about effectiveness. It's all about equity. WTT 100. Peace. I'm out of here.